Mike, turn your games down.
Hi, welcome to another movie episode of Games My Mom Found. I am Mike Alberton, and who's talking about a bad movie with me tonight?
I am Tiffany Alberton, and that's all I got.
I am Joe Butler, and I don't see what the big deal is. I'm made of meat.
Make me choke on my beer.
Same.
And hello, everybody. I am Kenneth Sanity, and I, too, am looking for a better world to live in.
Good luck.
So, we are here to talk about Batman and Harley Quinn, directed by Sam Liu, screenplay by Bruce Timm, that came out in 2017. A movie that continues the animated universe, sort of.
Does it really?
Well, it's part of that universe, the
I know.
DC animated universe.
And was also pitched on a cocktail napkin.
Ooh, the best movies are like that.
It fucking tracks.
And Ken, what is the plot to this fine film?
Tell us.
Well, the plot of this movie is Batman and Nightwing have to stop Poison Ivy and Jason Woodrue, the Floronic Man, from turning everybody into half-human, half-plants. And to do so, they have to accept the help of Harley Quinn.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Ken. Did you say half plant, half animal, or half plant, half man? I swear it was half plant, half animal, half man.
It was, and I decided
sense.
I would make the math work.
There's too many halves there.
I put more thought into writing my intro and recapping the plot than they put into writing this entire movie.
Yeah. Oh, and I just
You
want to.
actually write your intro?
He does.
Yeah.
I don't when I say it. No.
I need to, because I always change it like 4 or 5 times. I fucking forget what it is.
I literally always say that's all I got. So I've always said.
I'm a
Because I
goddamn professional, Tiff.
Because I didn't realize at first we were supposed to say something funny.
You should have listened to the show.
No. No. Why would I do that?
I know. Well, one episode.
But it was a movie episode I was on. I think it was one of the first movie episodes.
Okay. There are other stuff to listen to. That's not what we're here for. And I do want to put a spoiler alert. We are probably going to get saucy because we are
Spicy.
drinking saucy.
Spicy.
And
I'm
I
not
have
drinking.
your
I'm not
pie.
drinking.
We're
Uh-oh.
intoxicated.
I am.
Inebriated? What's the word you want to use?
Neither yet, but I will
Under
be.
the influence.
I am, as the kids call it, getting gonked in my gourd.
Is that really the verbiage now?
No, I got that
Okay.
from Cyberpunk.
Okay, I was going to say that's cap, huh?
And I am powered by pure and unadulterated rage. Like usual.
Well,
So we watched a lot of movies for this podcast. This was partly, I think we mentioned that we were going to do it after the Killing Joke and the end of it, but then me and Tiff bought a random box of Harley Quinn stuff, and this movie, unopened, came in the set of what we bought.
with a cool figure, and that's all I cared about.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, yeah, we definitely should do it. It's a sign. And
Exactly, it wasn't. It was for you.
Yeah,
I
the
was
sign
excited.
was Danger Road Closed.
I was excited to watch this at one time.
He was. When he opened it, he was like, oh, yeah.
I didn't believe the reviews. I didn't believe people's opinions.
You didn't believe me, goddammit.
You didn't believe me. That's rude.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
believe-
you don't like the best Batman character ever, Damian Wayne. So, you know.
Hey, you know what, Ken? Which movie do you hate more, this or The Killing Joke? Because I can guarantee you, I like this way more than The Killing Joke.
Okay, whoa there.
Okay, I like this way more than the beginning of The Killing Joke.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, I don't think that's a very hard task to do. And yet,
Like, that was.
this movie.
This is one of the movies where I want to point like at Indiana Jones. Where did it hurt you? It hurt me here. It hurt me up my heart. It hurt me. This movie, because it's part of the DC animated universe, sort of,
Point on the dolly where it hurt you, Mike.
in many places. But it takes what I love and everything that, like, and I was excited for another step into that universe, and I'm given just crap. It's just, the characters are nothing like the characters I remember as a kid. It's an adult take on stuff in a way, but it's like someone just turned 18 with the maturity of a 16-year-old and wrote the script.
That's fair.
I mean, it's ass jokes, boob jokes, fart jokes, asses,
Oh,
and just...
the fucking fart jokes.
That fart joke fucking murdered me. I don't know what y'all are talking about. I had the best time.
I laughed the second time. I watched this movie 1.5 times.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
About when they're in the car.
Mhm.
I thought that was great. They didn't listen to her.
Well, Batman's a fucking asshole in this.
He is an asshole in
Always
this movie.
an asshole.
This is
That's
worse.
also fair.
This is worse than normal.
Nope, he's. Oh,
Ken, are you with me on this one?
Yeah, and part of the reason I think is like, oh God, look, I got a problem with a lot of these movies that Sam Lewis directed, including The Killing Joke.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense then. Never mind.
Yeah, but like, I don't know, man. Like, nobody seems like they're characterized well here. Did y'all know that Harley Quinn was Jewish? I didn't.
where did that come?
It came from this movie.
Where?
I thought she's always been Jewish. Because I know
Constantly talking about her boobie and, you know, making all sorts of references to Jewish culture. And I was just, wait, what?
Oh yeah, she said her baba or her boob. Yeah, her bubby. Her grandma. That's a Jewish tomb for her grandma. Her bubby.
Like, there's,
I remember
and-
that.
I am not anti-Semitic in any way. I'm just confused.
I mean, it's not like
Because-
these are well-known characters that already have a history in a cartoon show for 4 seasons or anything, right?
Right. Like,
Yeah.
and things that are brought up here
Do we
never
care what
happen
religion
again.
they are?
Yeah.
Is there every?
It's not the fact that they gave religion, it's the fact that they took they could have. I mean, the thing with DC is you can play in whatever toy box you want to play in. You can go, hey, in this world, Superman landed in Russia. You can do whatever the
Just
fuck
say
you
it's
want.
Not canon.
But when
It's
you
not canon. Who cares?
But when you purposely attach it and say this is part of the Batman animated universe, you use that attachment to sell tickets to the one-day showing of this movie. That's what made me want to see this movie. Never bought it, but
If they hadn't have said that, what would your?
it would still be a terrible movie, just less bad. Still be stupid as fuck.
You still wouldn't like it?
Can I tell you something that might make you like it a little bit more?
You could try,
Do you guys watch The Big Bang Theory?
Yes.
unfortunately.
No.
I mean, unfortunately.
You know Penny's friend, the one that also works with her.
Yes,
Yeah.
we discovered that.
Yeah, Bernadette.
Yeah, she's Harley Quinn in this movie.
He looked
Uh-huh.
it up. He thought it was the original.
I was seeing if it was Arlene Sorkin. It was not.
Yeah.
I thought it was Tara Strong originally.
I'm the one who told
No,
him.
it's Arlene Sorkin at first, I thought.
Bernadette. He didn't even recognize the actor.
Because she's based on Arlene Sorkin.
No,
Or was it
Tara Strong voices her in the original animated series,
Oh, never mind.
and probably will never again.
Why
F
not?
in the chat.
I'll tell you after the podcast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we don't need to get into that.
Okay, I won't bring that up.
Oh, but speaking of that, which I can say in the podcast, that also probably where it comes from because Tara Strong is also Jewish. So maybe that's where they got that idea from for Harley being Jewish.
I don't know. Like,
Maybe.
it doesn't matter. It was just one of those things that I was just like, wait, what? What?
I mean,
It was the
I didn't
first of
notice
many.
that.
I mean, it was I guess I do remember her saying her book.
But-
I didn't remember any
It's
of it.
just the movie is boring. Like I made this joke, or I was saying this. I was watching. Like this movie feels like it's an hour too long.
It's an hour and like 20 minutes.
Yes, no less than that. But it feels like it's an hour too long. And when I rewatched this movie today, and I watched half of it, I got to the part where they're gonna head to the swamp, and I'm just like, that's enough movie. I'm done.
But you don't need to see that.
And that was halfway through the movie, and I was just like, I'm done. Check out.
Honestly, fair. Even though I like this movie, I'm like, yeah, it's fair. This should have been like a 45-minute movie.
Just-
There is a lot of like, I mean, as much as I liked the stuff where Harley like fucks around with Batman and Nightwing.
literally.
Like, okay, fine. I enjoyed that. I thought that was fucking hilarious. However, they could have taken some of that out, like maybe the bar scene that was a little weird.
Uh,
Too long.
You're talking about the best part in the movie. I will thank you to not.
I like the first part singing with the two
I like
twins.
that. The two.
So-
Oh yes,
What's up with that? There's something up with that, right?
that look like the Venture Brothers.
No, it's Min and Max from
don't know who
one of the
they are.
Two-Face episodes in the Batman animated series.
That's
Yeah,
why
but
he
isn't that-
remembers it.
Isn't that like Bruce Timm or something singing?
No,
Or
it's
something?
Rob Paulson.
Okay, that's what it is. All right.
So it's the voice of Yakko Warner
Yeah.
harmonizing with
Oh
himself.
my goodness! Harmonizing
It
with himself.
works. Like that is
It totally
entertaining.
worked.
For some reason, when Harley Quinn gets up and sings, I don't like Bernadette singing.
I don't know the song.
Is it
I
the
didn't know the
fact that
song
it's
either.
a Blondie song?
Oh,
I love that it was a Blondie song. That was fucking
I did
great.
not know that.
That's why he didn't like it, because he didn't know the song.
I just didn't like her voice either, singing.
That is rude.
That's fine.
She had a decent voice.
She got paid. She don't give a shit what I have to say. She ain't gonna hear this, so it's okay. I don't know. I just did not like it.
Also, what a weird way to pick like a fucking villain I've never heard of. Because I sure as fuck haven't heard of the Floronic Man.
I have, but I've read
Of
Swamp
course you
Thing.
have.
I
But
haven't either.
I was like, what kind of freaking Swamp Thing wannabe is this?
That shocked me. Normally, feel like I'm up to date on DC stuff. I've never heard of this guy.
I didn't like
Watch
him.
the Swamp Thing series.
Oh God.
Oh,
Okay.
that's that guy.
We are going to do
Fine.
that. I have it on DVD now.
Fine, Ken. I'll watch the goddamn really good horror Swamp Thing DC series that got canceled because DC sucks.
Because tax credits were fucked up.
Because tax credits are assholes, and I'm so glad they're being investigated for that.
Oh, that for the Batgirl stuff and Scooby Doo and all the other ones they've been canceling.
Yeah, and the someone from IRS is like, oh yeah, that's basically just like the equivalent of burning your house down and claiming the insurance money.
Oh.
Well, that's an interesting place to go. But no, I mean, I can see where you like that, Ken, and I'll really the best part of the movie. I'll take it. I don't know. I didn't like her singing. I did laugh that there was a robot in the audience for some reason at the dance place.
Oh, Captain Clown?
Yeah, he's a robot, isn't he?
Hell yeah.
Cam Clown's a fucking robot?
Yeah, he's a robot because he gets ripped in half, if I remember correctly.
What the fuck?
Where was I? I don't remember.
You haven't watched the Batman show, so you did not recognize Captain Clown in the
But I
bar.
don't remember him getting ripped in half.
That wasn't in this. That was in a
Oh,
Batman
okay.
episode that you didn't watch. We can go watch it though if you like.
No, that's okay.
All right.
'Cause then
Yeah,
I
Captain Clown was getting down too.
I was like, I mean, so that amused me.
Oh, the clown.
The
was
one that
a
I mentioned, go,
robot?
he's from the animated show, and got excited.
And he was a robot?
He is a robot in the cartoon. In the
Oh.
other, in this, apparently, he was a person dancing at a club. Like I said, we're gonna take Mike's childhood and we're gonna piss on it. That's what it was.
Oh, calm down. This isn't a
All the
Ghostbusters
time.
movie,
so
buddy.
congratulations. Welcome to my goddamn.
What were you saying, Ken? I can only hear my wife in my ear.
I said, calm down. It's not a Ghostbusters movie.
Hey, I liked the most recent one
When did you see that?
That's unfortunate.
in
The-
theaters with you.
The female one or
Most recent. I never saw 2016 yet.
okay.
Oh, I thought you meant the female one.
No, I want to watch that.
Yes, I did like the most recent one.
I liked it, but yeah, I also agree I probably shouldn't because it's just look at the keys dangle. Remember the keys? Watch the keys
Yes.
dangle. You're
Hey,
happy.
you know what?
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
movie proved you can do it wrong.
Okay.
So hey,
That's
I
exactly
mean,
what this is. This is where nostalgia mining goes bad.
Yeah.
I mean, the idea is fine that Poison Ivy is, teamed up with Swamp Thing 2.0 villain version. Like, it's okay that there's stuff like that, but it's just, I know. I don't like the way Poison Ivy looks in this. I don't like it that she's that pale, especially when it's
No, she
based on the
looks-
animated show.
She looks blue. Why does she look blue?
I don't know. I
Well,
got
she was
nothing.
flesh toned in the animated series.
in the
No.
first part, but in the second one, she's a little different.
Yeah, I think she's a little
not
green in the second part.
blue.
No,
Yeah.
I looked it up. She's not blue.
I looked it up too. She's flesh tone and then pale green, but she's not blue.
Also,
I think she should be Aquaman.
Ken, you can maybe tell me or point me in the right direction for this one. In the animated cartoon, didn't she get her powers by an accident during the show? Like she didn't have powers originally, right?
Oh yes, he told me you would know that.
No, I'm pretty sure she started out being Poison Ivy.
Was she
Okay, I
born
can remember her with a crossbow on her arm, and I thought she didn't have powers yet. But I didn't go back and watch the episode to prove if I was right or wrong.
Maybe
I'll
she
blow
was
that
just
up later.
really good at growing killer plants. I don't remember.
Because I don't think she had power to control plants until after she almost gets killed, and she comes back with the ability to kill
So was
plants.
she born like that?
No,
Was she
normally
like
it's
a mutant.
no. She's not a mutant, or a
They have experimental fertilizer fall on her, and I'm quoting the weird Joe Schumacher fucking Batman movie.
Okay.
All right. I was just that bothered me too, but again, I can't remember, so it doesn't. But I mean, that wasn't the worst part. Like, this movie sets its tone so early in that beginning when you start seeing people get killed, and like it sets the tone of what we're having here. That we're gonna have a more adult in quotations movie.
You know what?
Because it was a kids show.
I mean,
What is
Batman.
this rated?
The animated series had adult themes, but it was covered up at times. You didn't.
What is this rated?
I don't know.
That might have given you a clue, Batman.
I can't
Rated
tell you
B
because
for
Wiki doesn't. tell me.
bullshit.
What it, you know what I think is funny is I always love adding bullshit lore to Batman lore. One that is canon is that there is a Bat Burger, and they serve like Jokerized fries.
Oh yeah.
And the other one, I think you can get a Red Hood toy, which is fucking funny. And then it adds this other one, which I think is like the funniest thing to have a Hooters that's just based off female superheroes.
I think that's great, and
I like
think it's a winning idea.
That was cool.
I mean, I like the Hooters version of it. This was cool.
That needs to be real, like now. Actually, I'm surprised
really
no one's
does.
banking money off that.
They would make
No,
so much money.
I do give props for them having Granny Goodness show up there.
I caught that too. It was a
Like,
sexy granny goodness. That's what you
Respect.
ever would say.
And then he just points to the sign. You can look, but don't touch it.
I love that.
Hey, she broke my arm. Oh well.
That's a
sucks to
good.
suck.
That was a good introduction to Harley Quinn. Though in this, my issue with it is just it was unnecessary with how much they had to focus the camera on her ass. I'm not complaining. It just doesn't fit my Batman.
It
Again,
sounds like you're
I'm complaining because it didn't fit what I wanted.
I'm complaining because it's a typical male gaze where normally Batman is shot about male empowerment fantasies. This is more veering towards a sexual fantasy with the male perspective, and it's gross. I don't like
if
it.
it only happened once, like in this, to make her feel like there are other ways they could have done it.
Happens twice.
Yeah, that's and there's other stuff that goes on with it too, where it's like you have parts where Harley Quinn has female empowerment, and then you have dumb shit that happens too.
Just sexual.
Yeah, and like one part we're gonna talk about soon, where she wasn't in the wrong, but we're gonna get there shortly. But it's just like the stuff with the diner, I like parts like that, but it's just unnecessary.
She told him no.
Yeah, and I like the fact that he got his ass handed to him. He deserved it.
She told him he was gonna lose his arm, and she kept it in place. So that was nice.
I had no problem with that part with her beating with it. It was just the fact that like so much of this movie was let's sexualize Harley Quinn.
I mean,
I know, and I'm okay with it in other stuff. I'm okay with it when you do it in Arkham. I'm okay. It just
why?
because this isn't my Batman as a child.
Okay.
That's
like
why.
they do it in Suicide Squad. They do it in like everything else.
Yes, but this is
She's supposed to be covered head to toe, Harley. However,
she is.
She was covered head to toe, Harley, and even though she's a cartoon, I could not stop looking at her boobs when she was singing that song.
That was another issue right there. It was just,
too
too much.
Drawn to her damn boobs.
Okay, you know what? I think we're actually getting really close to a problem with this movie. It's too horny for a cartoon.
Mhm.
Way too horny for a cartoon.
I mean, I've watched horny cartoons, but that's a different type of cartoon.
Like,
Yeah.
look at the Harley Quinn show that's on HBO Max now, or Max, or
It's
whatever
not-
the fuck you want to call
Not
it.
like that.
It's pretty fucking horny.
I
Yeah.
know
have
it
my-
is, but I feel like it's not like that though.
It's
It does it right.
Yeah, it does it right. Like
I-
they want to show horny, they show two girls in bed half naked. You know you're getting what you're getting.
I have my issues with the Harley Quinn show with that first season, and it's one big major issue that I hope to get into in the future.
I'll go for it.
Sure. Not today, but sure.
Yeah, but
I'll bring it on because I like that show.
I do like that she does kick Nightwing's ass, though, because at the end of the day, she has proved is she an acrobat in this universe too? Because
Yes.
okay, because
Right?
that varies from.
Uh,
I don't know. I wanted to
so
let's
much
go
of
with yeah.
this is different from the Batman and animated series. I don't know what the hell universe
But they
this
said
fits
it
in.
was a sequel.
I don't
Yeah,
know
well,
why they
people
said
lie.
They lie a
Yeah.
lot, Mike. Sorry.
By the way, this is rated PG-13.
oh,
yes.
thank you.
But
That
this
it
do-
shouldn't-
this does fall under one of the big Ken issues.
There's no Damian Wayne.
No, the other thing, what is this, an hour 20 movie?
Something like that.
Whole Harley Quinn, no Joker. Not even a mention.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that too.
yeah,
Yep.
I'm like, all right, fine, cool. Yes, let Harley Quinn be a character outside of the Joker, but not like this. Not like this.
I do
Like,
think it.
All sexualized little playmate of the year.
Well, there's certain things that were like good, like when you have stuff with Harley Quinn where she's like, I tried to get a job and I tried to do this and they won't hire me because I'm a felon and this and that. Like
I mean, that's very realistic.
it was. I
Mhm.
unfortunately have seen it with jobs I worked at when I had to tell a guy, we can't hire you because you have a record. Like, you know, and I interviewed him and I had to tell him that.
Something stupid.
It was. And it was a stupid job where like we're hiring a freaking cart pusher. What does it matter? But couldn't hire him.
That's
It was. That's That's Walmart company for you. Maybe hopefully it changed by now, but that thought was in 2010. So long time ago. But
I doubt it changed.
I doubt it. But like, I liked some of that stuff. Like you had good moments with Harley Quinn. You had things that made sense, that made her better, but then you just had dumb shit for no reason. And that's what I don't like, the tone.
I do think it's weird. Because we have the scene of her kicking Nightwing's ass, which I 100% believe she could by herself.
Oh, yeah.
I do think it's weird they have sex afterwards. That part
That felt
weird.
icky, right?
Yeah.
But it felt like they also had to not make it rape, which was good, but it didn't need.
That's where it was.
I thought it was going there too.
I was like,
Because he's tied to the bed, but also at the same time, he never says yes. She's like, I'll take that as a yes. And it's like,
and there,
but he didn't
there's
say
a smile on
yes.
his- Didn't he say something like, let's go? Or,
He said, I'm doing this for Gotham, but still, like,
He says he more than wants to, but he's here for Gotham. But it's also Harley Quinn. So if I was tied up in her bed, I'd be like, yeah, okay, yeah.
I don't know, man. Like that whole part just.
But you don't know where she's been.
Also, we're not sure about the age gap because I remember her being a full ass grown adult and him being like 13.
he's
We
19
were talking about
in the
that.
animated show because he's in college.
We were
Okay, so
talking
he's
about
probably
I
like
looked
20,
it up because I was going to bitch and bitch and bitch if that wasn't the case.
But
it's
how
okay.
old is she?
like 30 then. If he's like 19, 20, and she's like 30.
She's
Okay.
25 when she becomes Harley Quinn, or 24.
Okay, and this is well after. So we'll say early 30s, early to mid 30s.
Early to mid 30s.
She's just a cougar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine.
It was okay. I mean, had she known him when he was 10 and she was 20, I would have had a lot of bit more issues, but it wasn't the case, so I was okay. Yeah, but if you know somebody when
I
you're...
know. I was being sarcastic.
I know, but...
Whoa,
Oh.
calm down. We're not Drake here.
R. Kelly.
You just kidnap people.
I'm also glad that we went with the original Harley Quinn outfit because if we had gone with the one that they used in the bar, I probably would have been more pissed off at this movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like. Okay, yeah. Let's talk about that karaoke bar sequence.
Sure.
So they go to try to find out where Poison Ivy's hiding, and they go to a sidekick bar. First off, the Tick
Batman
did
and
this
Satan.
better.
Sidekick or henchman?
Henchman, sorry.
Harley Quinn show also does this better.
Yes, it does. I'm pretty sure you can find any instance of like a sidekick / henchman bar, and they've done it better than this.
Yeah,
But
this was dumb.
this,
Remind me of Bugs.
like I said earlier, the best part in this movie is Rob Paulson singing "Don't Pull Your Love Out" by Hamilton, Joe Frank, and Reynolds with himself, harmonizing with himself.
That was great, actually.
Like that, by far, favorite part of this movie.
Same.
After you watch it, just turn it off. It's only going to go downhill from here.
You know, we always get intoxicated while watching. Also, there's like a totally gay couple dancing in the corner, which I thought was funny too.
Yeah.
But we always get intoxicated and talk about bad movies. Let's get intoxicated and talk about a good movie because I want to do the Lego Batman movie.
I think we should do the Lego Batman movie.
And
Oh yeah, that wasn't bad.
yeah, that was
Good
great. But I bring that up because is it like canon like in most Batmans where every like that for example where every Batman's canon? Because how the fuck do people know about the Bat-Tusi?
The what? I don't know.
Is it a dance?
Yes,
Yeah,
it's the
oh.
dance that the henchman does behind Batman. It was the dance that Adam West did in Batman 66.
Oh, that's another issue I have with this movie. The contracts of tones. You try to have a dark tone with adult stuff at times, and then you have the stupid 66 tone too. They don't go
No,
together.
They were like going blood. They weren't going bam, zap.
No, they're going, ow, my balls. Like,
Okay, I chuckled at that.
I did
That made me
chuckle
laugh
too,
really hard.
But my complaint with it,
It was like a throwback.
I know, but this movie doesn't know what theme it wants.
I feel like
It keeps changing.
So I feel like it was still with the adult because what kid in their right mind is going to understand that's a throwback to the 50s, 60s back?
I didn't. I'm not a kid. I didn't realize
I
that dance
would've.
was from that terrible show.
See? That's what I'm saying.
Also, Super to be fair as well. That whole milk scene is also really funny, but also I actually completely lost it. But that proves that I'm a pious man who has very great, I don't know, concept of funny. because I'm not gonna lie, I laughed really hard at that fart scene, especially because if you can make Batman gag, that's pretty fucked up.
I mean, it was funny. Like, they were like, "Oh, this smells like discipline." Like,
discipline.
Yeah. When the fuck does Batman quit?
I mean, there
I was
were
like, he's gonna break.
there were moments where I'm just like, "Okay,
It was
movie."
funny.
There were funny parts. It was just overall the movie just made me feel upset.
No, that just reminded me of what you do around here every day.
So, I mean, like the only thing that I knew about this movie before is I knew Nightwing slept with Harley Quinn. That was all I knew, and I mean, yeah, I don't know I laughed at that scene because I knew it was coming, but they were just like when Batman shows up and he just looks and they have to have Harley Quinn's panties on the ground, like it just was me like, couldn't you just have the costume? Like you didn't even need that. Like, I don't know.
I don't pick up my panties after sex.
I know.
They're trying to make it realistic.
I know, but still, it was just unnecessary.
Mostly because I can't find my panties after sex.
So it was unnecessary.
I feel like they're trying to be realistic here.
You know what?
Hey,
girls
everybody,
saying?
welcome to Games My Mom Found After Dark.
Pretty much. Pretty much. Hey, that's why there's a warning in the beginning of the episode. I was supposed to say you shouldn't listen to this while you're at work. I might have to, but I'm not re-recording
You
that.
might
So.
have to change that.
Ugh.
You invited me.
I know, and beer.
Oh yes, I'm starting on my third. Mute it so I can open this.
Okay.
There, I'm back.
Oh
So,
my God.
separate other question. Does this mean that Harley Quinn wears that outfit fucking like, what is it called? Commando? Because if her panties are on the ground.
Oh God, that's got a fucking chafe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
I mean,
no.
Panty lines. Hello.
I hate the fact that I learned what commando means because of the show Friends. That's all. Hey, I was a child. That's when I first learned it.
Well, that's what you get for watching Friends.
Trends on.
Hope you learned your lesson.
I watched the whole show, so no.
That episode where he's like, I'm going commando and he lunges.
That, and there's another part where Jennifer Aniston makes a comment about going commando. And
Oh,
they get all hot for her.
It's Jennifer Aniston.
I had a crush on her as a child.
Yes,
I
I
probably
knew
still
you
do.
did.
But, it's neither here nor there.
But
But,
it's also Jennifer Aniston. I don't think anyone's going to judge you. Ken?
no.
What?
Nobody will judge me. He's like, I'm not talking at this one. But I don't know. It's just like, some of the comments like that. Like, I mean, I like the female power part before she sleeps with him, where she's like, that she wants sex and everything. Like, I like when,
She's horny.
well, yes, but I like when things do that and show the woman empowerment. I just didn't like.
She just typed.
I was okay with that part too, but it was just the wording and just the fact that it didn't need to be there. Could have just been.
Yeah.
That's my problem.
Would it have been better if he wasn't tied to the bed and he participated more?
Better if it just wasn't in this movie, just insinuated. Or no,
Like,
better just not in this
honestly,
movie.
though, what does it add to the movie?
Absolutely nothing.
Sexy fun time.
A setup for a joke later?
Okay, I do like the joke where she makes the comment about you give them 20 minutes of naughty fun time, they expect they own you. Like, I liked it because there are men that are like that. Like,
Dude.
and so I like that she said that, but at the same time, it was just like, this doesn't fit my Batman.
To quote what my husband said while watching this movie, what a man would do for some clown puss.
Oh, Lord. See our Hellraiser episode if you want to know more about where that one came from.
Please do. It needs more downloads, so go check that out. That's what I'll do.
That did the worst Spooktober.
It did.
Really,
For
that's
movies.
weird.
Sorry, Keith.
I'm shocked, actually.
I was
I
too,
know,
but
I
hey,
was
we're still
too.
doing more because I unfortunately want to see more of that movie,
When
those
are we doing
series.
Jaws? We should watch that.
But
That was the next one we scrapped.
I know. We'll
Oh.
get there.
I was telling them. I was telling Ken.
Oh, this poor
hard.
recording is going to be fun when I edit this.
Go
But
ahead. Edit that out. That's
no, I'm not. That's the problem. But God, I shouldn't drink so much. Ken, please say something. I'm not with it.
All right, fantastic. So eventually they do catch up with Poison Ivy and the Floronic Man, and they're looking for Alec Holland, who comic book fans know is Swamp Thing. Or is he Swamp Thing? The show gets weird about it. The comics get weird about it. Whatever. Point being, they're looking for the serum that Alec Holland was working on when Swamp Thing came into existence. This is what they're going to use to turn people into half animal, half plant, half man things.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy that I was excited to see where the Swamp Thing went. until it happened. I don't want to talk about that
I
yet.
don't want to talk about that either.
But I like Swamp Thing. I don't know enough about him. I really need to read those comics
Not my Swamp
and watch that show.
The interesting thing is that Kevin Michael Richardson played the voice of Jason Woodrue. He also played the Joker on The Batman.
The Batman.
The Batman.
This cartoon that came later.
Like that.
Yes. The
Yeah,
one where
Joker.
Joker looks like he's got dreadlocks. Weirdness going on.
Oh,
You'll never see me watch it. I can almost guarantee you that.
Oh, really? I love that series.
It's not my Batman.
we should. Oh my god, you need to stop saying.
No, it's true. Okay, that's why this movie hurt me. It hurt my heart because it's not.
Do you need therapy?
Yes, I do.
Give you some therapy after.
Hey, like the guy said, I mean, some people call it therapy. In some countries, that was great.
Stop hitting me.
I didn't hit you.
You
I just
almost
put
hit
a
me. Give
back
me that.
scratcher near you that I'm waving around in the air. But that sergeant, was that supposed to be a DC character that I was supposed to know? The guy with the robotic hand.
Oh, I don't
Okay.
know, honestly.
Is that not the guy that got his hand eaten by Killer Croc?
That was Cash.
Oh.
Isn't Cash? I thought Cash was in the Batman animated series too. I mean, I know he's in the Arkham.
Oh.
I don't know either, and I don't care enough to figure it out.
That's some dude that works for Argus.
Oh, what's Argus?
Argus is basically like DC's Shield.
Yeah.
Oh, that's stupid. Is that why they're also spelled as an acronym?
Yeah.
Oh, that's goofy.
Welcome to
But-
comics, Joe.
But this
Yeah.
is where Batman blackmails somebody into doing what he wants.
Again, I didn't like that either. It was humorous, and because they're essentially making a comment about him having a dominatrix. But so it was. I was like, okay, but at the same time, like you're also making fun of it, so I don't care for it.
Yeah, first off, Batman, don't fucking judge, all right?
No, don't kink shame. That's not okay.
You're
Batman-
eventually going to be owned by a dominatrix / supervillain. So I don't want to fucking hear it from you, Batman.
Catwoman.
What?
Yeah.
Plus, as we found out, the Bat Cow stays on during sex, so he's not allowed to judge anyone at all.
He's also not allowed to eat anybody out, so
I'll never forget that with WB.
That was funny. And that would not be allowed.
oh, Batman. Anyway,
That's not Mike's Batman.
No. And then like the Justice League part when he's calling the Watchtower and there's no one that needs help, like it was funny, but it didn't fit to me.
yeah, they were trying to get backup, and they get a hold of Booster Gold, and they're like, "Oh, I could send this person," and Nightwing's like, "No, they suck." Like just doing it silently, saying how everybody sucks, and then Booster Gold's like, "Well, I could come down and." No, we're going through a tunnel. Crinkle paper. Like it's hacky.
It feels like it would have been in the Harley Quinn cartoon that came out years later, not this.
That
Yeah.
would be.
And it would fit in there. It just didn't. The tone of this movie, as I said before already, is just so up and down, and I don't like it.
See that? Okay, since we're touching on the Harley Quinn show anyway. Like I love the Harley Quinn show. I really do. They do stupid shit like this.
Yeah, but it works.
You expect it. It's that type of show, and I love that show.
But the Harley Quinn show, so this year Harley Quinn from the Batman animated series, and we're gonna get Kevin Conroy back to voice Batman, I would have been upset. So
Like, I don't know. Like I love the Harley Quinn show. This it felt like it was trying to go like take too many steps in a different direction without knowing where the sidewalk was.
that's fair.
That is fair.
Like there's like a scattershot approach to the humor, the dramatic beats, because like you said earlier, there are some really decent, heavy things that are said here.
Yeah, there's a really good part, which is even a little bit later after they fight Ivy and Floronic Man, human name guy. Harley has that really touching moment with Harley holding the guy while he's dying. I actually really like that part.
I did too, but it felt like we're in a different movie again.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like we're constantly bouncing from adult humor with a maturity of a 16-year-old. We're going into sexual humor, then we're going like it just didn't know where it wanted to land. I mean, even the part like with the Booster Goat thing, I didn't even know who those DC heroes they were mentioning were. And yes, it's funny, but it's just like why?
Well, that's the point. They're all like D-list.
Yeah, but
Not
it
even
didn't fit.
D-list?
I mean, again, that would have been like in your Harley Quinn show where Kite Man is one of the main characters at one point. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell
Stuff
yeah.
like it would fit there. It doesn't fit.
Oh, I just remembered that.
Hell yeah.
No, I saw something just now. I'll send you all a message.
Oh god.
I I mean, I like Booster Gold, and I feel like, and that also kind of goes against too, because they get their ass handed to them in that final part, and I'm like, if you would have had fucking Booster Gold, you probably would have been fine, guys. He's a
I'm
pretty
pretty
good
sure
character.
nobody in the history of comics has ever said that, but okay.
I
Booster
think
Gold went toe to toe with Doomsday the first time Doomsday's introduced.
isn't that like whole Booster Gold's joke where every time he does something cool, he has to rewind time so he doesn't do it because of time?
No, I don't think so.
I don't know.
Now, Booster Gold is played by Bruce Timm.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Does he also voice Booster Gold in the Justice League show? Because he also sounds like Booster Gold from the Justice League show.
I don't know.
Might have. I'm not sure either. I don't remember the Justice League show very well, other than it's just extremely good. That's all I remember. Again, it's all things like that is why I've been so upset. I mean, it has moments that, I mean, there were moments that I laughed. There were moments that I'm like, okay, this is interesting, but overall, the movie just didn't hold my attention.
I pose a question for you guys.
Please.
If I were to come up to y'all and be like, hey, you guys want to be able to walk on water? And you go, sure, Joe, we'd love to be able to walk on water. And I go, cool. And I pull out a baggie from my pocket and I go, here are the bunions from Jesus. Just go ahead and eat one real quick. And you'll be able to do that. Why the fuck did she eat that goddamn fucking yam from the harvested dead body of fucking
Swamp Thing.
Swamp Thing?
Because the alien plant man told her to angrily.
Also, fuck that guy. This isn't even your planet. You're trying too hard. You can eat my ass.
I was thinking the exact same thing besides the last part of what you said. Didn't understand why why does he care?
Why he was obsessed for taking over this.
Yeah, he's not even from here.
Go to your own damn planet.
That's what I was
He doesn't even go here.
I mean, it made no sense. It's like, why does he care about a planet when he's from a different freaking universe?
Because he tried to take over his planet and it didn't work, so he's got to try the stupid human planet.
Like, I would have rather just had this been some guy that turned into a monster that was from Earth. It would have made more sense. Because Poison Ivy makes sense.
I
And
would-
her like, and I like the idea that she's, essentially just trying to save the planet, but at the same time, just kill everybody.
But that's not what he was.
He was eating dead yams from a dead guy, okay? So I got nothing.
They also get fucking gonked in the gourd.
They do. But that's because they eat the yams, because that puts them in touch with the green, which allows them to teleport. That sounds stupid when I say it out loud.
Yes.
And I promise you, if you watch Swamp Thing, it's exactly that stupid.
Okay, so I was going to ask you about that because I learned about the green from the Harley Quinn show, and then it's
Yep.
introduced in this, so I'm going to assume it is a normal DC thing.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I thought too, because I don't know a whole lot about Swamp Thing other than he had a cartoon in the '80s that I had toys for.
Cool.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. I used to have the Anton Arcane little guy with the spider. And
I had the container where you could put a figure in and then it would flip over and be a different figure.
hell yeah.
I watched
And
the
then-
live action show.
Never seen any live action stuff. I don't want to see the movies.
Maybe it was a movie. I can't remember.
There's movies. The show wasn't until
The
way
older
later.
ones?
Yeah,
Yes, maybe it was a movie.
they're movies. There's 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah, one of which is directed by John Carpenter. Hey.
I saw that.
Yo.
Is it any good,
that
though?
sound-
Oh, wait. Was it John Carpenter or was it Wes Craven?
It's one
Oh.
of them.
I don't remember them vaguely. Here we go. Tick, tick.
I will Google.
I'm also
What?
Googling.
Make great radio right now while we try to figure out Wes Craven.
Yep, that one right there. Oh.
Wes
Ken was
Craven.
right and wrong at the same
Was
time.
that the one with Wes Craven?
Yep.
Totally that one?
Yeah,
That's the one I saw. I recognize the cover.
yeah. Never seen it.
Of course, it's the one with Wes Craven.
So,
That's why I liked it so much.
Did you know
I mean-
there's a Dead Space movie called Dead Space from the 80s that is just a thing and it has Bryan Cranston in it?
I did not.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it's a pretty
Okay.
good movie.
Okay. I mean, I didn't mind that. Like, I like all the build up in this movie to Swamp Thing and like the idea of Swamp Thing. Like, I didn't think he was actually going to be in the movie, but when we finally get there and he
It's so
shows up,
bad.
it's fucking awful.
I didn't understand any of it.
Like, Ken, I mean, I'm assuming you know more about Swamp Thing than I do, which not hard.
Eh.
But isn't Swamp Thing like a god, kind of at times, like a deity or something?
Kinda.
Okay, so it wasn't
Like-
far off.
He
then.
rises from the waters like he is, like light shining on him.
The moon,
Oh!
you can see the moon. Like, that was cool.
spouting stuff about Gaia, and then he leaves.
Yeah.
Nothing happens.
That's where the cool part went away.
Yeah.
I was like, no, that's it.
You had me on board. I was excited. I'm like, all right, cool. Swamp Thing's here.
Look at that.
That's what I was thinking. Like, okay, cool. We're gonna get a cool, because Batman and Nightwing are both beat up, and Ivy is got hit, I think, by this point because she stopped trying to fight because Harley Quinn started crying and that got to her, which I liked that.
I hated that.
I hated it. I mean, I didn't like it because she wasn't really crying, and it was very manipulative, and that's what she was doing.
That's Harley Quinn, though, too.
I know it is Harley Quinn, and it was if it was real, it was a sweet moment. But she knew what she was doing, and Ivy knew what she was doing, and she fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker.
For the right reason. Doesn't that count for something?
Is that my mother?
I don't know.
Sorry.
Your mother's not Swamp Thing, babe. I'm sorry to break it to you. She doesn't know how to swamp.
That was random.
Oh, no, I can't.
Something about Swamp Thing, though. Voice is done by John DiMaggio, who plays the Joker in a much better Batman movie.
That was John
Under the Red
DiMaggio.
Mm-hmm.
Which one?
Swamp Thing. He's under the Red Hood Joker.
Oh,
Oh,
we watched that
interesting.
for the show.
Yeah,
That's a good Joker. I love that. I don't like a lot of variants of Joker. That was a good variant Joker.
yeah, and he plays Swamp Thing here. So you got two Jokers in better things doing different voices here.
But it's just, and then when Swamp Thing left, I was like, what the fuck? And the Dryad guy he has the MacGuffin to destroy the world, and Batman had... okay, this is another thing that really upset me. So Batman is a character that's known for coming prepared to events. The fucker knows who he's fighting, he knows who the villain is, and he doesn't come prepared. What the fuck?
He brings a fucking sound gun, which wouldn't work, and then he gives fucking Nightwing a goddamn Power Ranger toy.
Hey, you're wrong, Joe. A sound gun would work if he was fighting Venom. It would work. Venom's not in this movie, but hey.
That's not DC.
I know, that's the other joke to it. Like, both things would have hurt Venom, I feel like. But we're not fighting Venom. What the fuck?
The stuff.
Why do you have an electric weapon?
Has he fought this?
Yeah, well, in the movie, he says he knows who he is, so
Oh, that's right.
Batman, he even can beat Darkseid in some versions of Batman. Hell, in this fucking canon, he fights Darkseid and holds his own for a little bit and distracts him, if I remember correctly, in the last stuff, the Justice League show.
But none of this time they thought, oh, Plant, let's set him on fire.
But then you couldn't have that great moment where Harley Quinn goes, why don't you just light him on fire?
Got all these leafy things attached to him. Why don't you
Yes.
just light him on fire?
Yes, great moment.
And you know how we make it better? We have them both kiss Harley Quinn, which isn't weird when she just slept with one of the guys, and which is also kind of the son of the other guy. That's not weird at all. And then, to top it off, we're just going to end the movie.
They kissed her, they didn't fuck her. Calm down.
One of them fucked her, just not at the same time.
I will give the movie props because they do cut the movie, and then there's the after credit scene of him running through the forest on fucking fire. So
That
told
was funny.
I
Yeah,
it was
asked him
funny.
and he said no.
I did laugh at that.
Well,
Yeah.
I was wrong.
Woo! Good thing we got this on recording, guys.
what
Mike
happened?
said
What?
he was wrong.
About what?
I didn't think there was an after credit scene.
Oh, there's two.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was a Marvel movie.
Everything's a Marvel movie now. There's a goddamn after credit scene for Kingsman 2 that introduces Hitler as like the goddamn fucking Thanos.
And then it never went anywhere.
It's never going anywhere because that movie bombed. But
Bummer.
the second after credit scene is Harley has a TV show now where she makes people get a year of free psychiatric help if they run through a guts obstacle course, and the guy fails because his wife left him for a pizza guy, and now his OCD is acting up. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, wow, I'm surprised we haven't invented this in America yet.
Because,
I mean-
psychiatric help is expensive.
Is this the Ask Dr. Quinn scene that I
Yeah.
found?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't see the other one yet that you're talking about. Where
It
they
was
chase
just
him.
a real quick,
It's a real quick.
like Jason Woodrew's just running around on fire. It's amusing.
Okay. All right.
But I don't understand why he had a match. Like, Batman's got a whole utility belt full of shit and he has matches? He doesn't have a fucking lighter?
Bat match.
Batman.
Well, you see, before this movie happened, he got captured and thrown into Arkham Prison when he was dressed up as Bruce Wayne, and then they didn't ship down the flamethrower in the back. Oh, wait, wrong thing.
God,
This
that
is a Batman
sounds,
that's come completely prepared.
you know, I love Arkham City. That sounds fucking stupid on paper when you say it
It was
out
meant
loud.
to. I'm partly well, I'm more than partly drunk, so that's part of this.
Yeah, he
No,
had two
you-
whole beers, guys.
2 beers, bitch.
No,
Two
no,
beers.
you want you want to make it even more mad which Ken's gonna also agree with me. How the fuck do you have Batman, which we talked about earlier? He brings a sound gun, and then Nightwing has his fucking boomerang, but Harley's the one who's carrying a plant acid thing.
Right? Why didn't she throw it at what's his face?
The Plant Man? I
Yeah.
don't know.
Batman should have that.
Yes.
He went to a plant fight.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, essentially her girlfriend can control plants, so I get why she has that.
But didn't he give it to her?
No.
No, she
No,
brought it.
Ever since the plants in her mouth thing.
Yeah, she like Poison Ivy turned like a lollipop stick into like bitey thing.
Yeah, two-headed
A three-headed
snake
bitey
plant
thing.
or something, yeah. She's like,
And-
I've never eaten lollipops since.
Okay, I remember that, and I thought it was doing another sexual reference somewhere they were going. I wasn't paying enough attention at the time.
Well,
I mean, to be fair, the movie we were watching had tons of them, so hey.
Now, the reason that Batman, in all seriousness, the reason Batman has a match because he's matches Malone also.
I don't get
Jeez.
that joke.
Jesus fucking Christ, Ken, really? I got that joke. Fuck
I
you.
did, but that's okay. I'm not the Batman expert.
Batman occasionally adopts the identity of matches Malone to infiltrate like organized crime out of the Batman outfit.
Which is just Bruce Wayne wearing a pencil thin mustache.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, now I know what you're talking about. That's in
Yeah.
this cartoon, too.
That
Yep.
was the lame joke.
Yep, it's okay. Goes along with a lame movie. It was terrible.
Don't sigh at me, Keith.
I didn't sigh, I said, ugh.
Well, don't me either.
I'm not you, I'm the movie.
Okay, that's better.
Oh, you and the movie. How about that, babe?
No.
I
So-
'Cause I can smack you. I can't smack Keith without it being assault.
Or being able to traverse 500 miles of land in
We're not-
seconds.
We're not talking about this.
So.
That's all right. I'll get on a train and fight you. I don't care.
I can take you.
Oh, it'll only be, what, a 10-hour train? Well, 6-hour train ride from Milwaukee. No, about 7 hours from Milwaukee to where I am. I did it once.
It's an 8-hour train ride from Chicago. I made this trip earlier this year.
Okay.
We'll
Look.
fight and then we'll go have dinner. That sounds nice.
Look, they can fight on top of the train.
Oh, that would be more interesting than this movie.
Anything else in this movie we should mention that we forgot to? Oh, yeah. On the cover, she has a hammer.
There's no hammer.
in this whole movie.
Isn't there a hammer? Yeah, there's a hammer in the cover, but there's no hammer in this movie.
There's a hammer. That's because there's a hammer on the HBO, or not HBO anymore, because it's Max. There's a hammer on the Max cover. Like when I
But
before
not
I
in the
play
movie.
There's no hammer in the movie.
Unless they're talking
sacrifice.
about Nightwing being the hammer.
Wah, wah.
Okay, I did laugh at her joke. She's like, maybe I'll call you, or if my batteries die. Like, that was funny. If I run out of batteries. I did appreciate that he was
See,
nothing but a boy.
I didn't think it was funny at all. I thought, okay, this is what a 17-year-old thinks is funny.
Again, it's an 18-year-old who's the maturity of a 16-year-old. I know men like that.
Which is weird because it's written by like 50-year-old men.
Yeah, that's the fucking
Yeah.
problem.
So do you think they thought it was funny, or they were like, what do you think teenagers will think is funny?
What do
No,
you think,
I think they
teenagers?
legitimately thought it was funny.
I mean, there's even one part where Harley Quinn makes a joke. She's like, vote Democrat, like, for global warming and stuff. Like, I mean, it made me laugh. And I'm like, I agree, but at the same time, I'm like, I can't tell if they're making fun of me or telling me what we should be doing. I don't know at the same
They're
time.
making fun of you.
That's what it felt like, yes.
We're making fun of you.
But it did make me laugh too.
I just such bummed out. And like it even says, as far as Bruce Timm is concerned, this new movie takes place in the same continuity. It's just
That's the
I-
problem.
I feel like that's not on Bruce Timm's thing, and I very much believe that's the CEO thing. Because
I'm sure it is.
I'm pretty sure Bruce Timm was just like, hey, can I pitch a funny comedy Harley Quinn movie, and can I use kind of like a better version of my OG designs? And someone was like, OG designs? Then we'll make it canon. And he's like, will you still make the movie if I say that?
He's like, fuck.
That's how it feels. I've seen I've seen most of the Batman animated movies that are part of that canon. And they're all good. Like Return of the Joker, Batman Beyond. That's a fucking amazing movie.
I've seen a lot of movies that have the same art, and they're not canon. Hell, both the Suicide Squad movies have the same art, yet they're two different fucking movies.
I mean, Assault on Arkham.
There's an Assault on Arkham, and there's a Suicide Squad movie.
oh,
I've never
Hell to
seen-
Pay.
No, it's like Assault on Arkham and then something called Suicide Squad.
I think it's Hell to Pay. I think he's right.
I thought it was Suicide Squad Hell to Pay.
Pretty sure he's right.
I don't know.
Pretty
Yeah,
sure
it
Ken's
is.
right. Yeah.
2018 Suicide Squad Hell to Pay.
I know I've always wanted to see it. And Assault Arkham is fucking garbage, by the way.
But
yeah, Assault
those-
Arkham is garbage. That's what I'm saying. And they're two different movies.
Completely different movies.
Yeah, okay, yeah. It is. It is fucking Batman Assault on Arkham and Suicide Hell to Pay. They have almost the exact same character designs, and I think they even use the same characters for both Suicide Squads. Two completely different fucking movies.
One's part of the Arkhamverse, and that we actually covered on the show, Assault at Arkham.
And then that's the other thing. It's part of the Arkhamverse. Does it even have anything to do with the fucking Arkham movies?
They're in Arkham. Does that count?
No.
Okay. Not really. It's a bad movie, too, so that
Will this come up? Will Assault on Arkham come up in the Suicide Squad game? Probably not.
no, of course not. That Suicide Squad game, don't even get me started.
I'm not even sure if that Suicide Squad game is ever going to come up.
It is coming.
Like, yeah,
It's supposed to
okay.
come out February. So depending on when you hear this, it might have already come out or be very close to coming out. Probably close.
Yeah.
We'll see.
And then you can make fun of us on our Discord.
In the Mike's
Please.
multiverse.
That's a cool idea for a channel. I don't know what it would be, but that sounds
Mike's
cool.
multiverse.
But join our Discord. There's my plug for that. The link is in the show notes. Anything else to say about this movie before we go on to Shelf Stacker Box?
Fuck it.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Hey, we already did that.
Hey.
And Tiffany, why don't you go first? Shelf Stacker Box.
No, I gotta go last.
Nope.
Because I don't know.
You go first.
Hate you.
That's okay.
I'm torn between Shelf and Stack. I didn't absolutely hate it like you guys.
Well, that's
did.
because it didn't hurt your heart. It didn't take your childhood that you got up every day to watch this cartoon
So when
and
I,
love this cartoon,
so
and then
when I say who hurt you, I know it's this movie.
it's
Okay.
Harley Quinn. That could be good and bad at the same time. But hey, please talk. I need to not drink beer.
Yeah, stop drinking that.
Hmm.
I'm gonna say The Shelf. I didn't completely hate it. I mean, it would probably be fine to put on in the background to fall asleep to, or watch when I'm bored or something.
Okay.
But I feel like I could watch it again.
All right. And what about you, Joe?
Wait, I said Shelf. I meant Stack.
Okay, she says Stack.
I
Richard,
meant
if you're
Stack.
listening, it's Stack.
I meant Stack. I'm so sorry.
Our scribe would be upset.
Yeah. I'm so
I actually really liked this movie and thought it was actually pretty fucking funny, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that on the shelf. I actually had a really good time with it.
What?
Yeah. And I also
Okay.
grew up with Batman too. Let's not forget that, because even though I'm a little bit younger than you, I also grew up on animated Batman. I guess Eve, I know this they said the movie's canon. I don't consider it canon, and it's one of the things where I firmly believe, like, if you don't consider this movie canon, you don't have to, and that makes the movie a lot more enjoyable.
Yeah, I agree.
I will agree with you and disagree with you at the same time, but all right, we'll go with it. And Mr. Kenneth.
This is going in the box.
He was gonna say the garbage.
And then it's going in the garbage box. Like, I honestly don't give a shit about where this is in the timeline or continuity. Like, there's so many worlds out there. None of it matters. Pretending that any of it matters in a world where there's like 75,000 other Earths. It's just like, fucking, why? Like, Marvel, DC, none of it fucking matters. It's all going to get written over anyway. There's going to be another fucking Crisis on Infinite Earths, and everything's going to get reset. It'll be like another, oh gosh, how long has it been since Rebirth?
Oh, we're already-
2016, and we're in 2023.
Oh, yeah,
Okay, we got 3 more years. There's going to be another DC hard reset. It happens every 10 years, it feels like. Like, none of this matters.
But if you're saying
movie
comic
doesn't
books
know
are
what
just
it wants
fiction.
to be, though.
we had a universe reset. It's actually pretty cool. I like it.
For Rebirth or is it after Rebirth?
It's after Rebirth. It's after Rebirth. Rebirth's already had it's New 52. There's, or is it, are you talking about is Rebirth New 52?
There's New 52, then there's Rebirth.
Okay, yeah, Rebirth's actually pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Don't get too attached to it because it's going away in a couple of years. It always does.
It always does. It's also really goofy, but
How are you going to
Like-
sell more books if you don't reset everything? Yeah.
That's the thing, though. That's you can't get attached to things like that because none of this matters. But what does matter is making a competent movie, and they failed.
Oh, they failed.
So that's why this goes in the box for me. Not
Okay.
because I care about the continuity, not because, nothing personal. I don't care that it's not my Batman. It's not a good movie. I'm judging it solely on its purpose, and its purpose is garbage.
Okay. And I'll go last. I'm also going to put this in the box. I mean, besides me making jokes that this movie hurt me, it was just boring. And this has probably got to be the worst Batman movie I've watched so far on the show. Like, see, Kira agrees. Like, it was just a boring movie, and it doesn't. All you have to do is entertain me. And it's not that hard to entertain me with Batman and Harley Quinn in a movie. Like, it's not hard. You know, just make it. Like, I even enjoyed 2016 Suicide Squad for parts of that movie were more entertaining than this. That movie's just too long. But, like, it's just. This movie felt like I was watching a 2.5 hour film, and it was an hour and 14 minutes. Like, that's how you know you're a boring movie. So, going in the box, and I'm glad I saw it. Just because it's always been on my list to go see. I mean, I almost saw it in theaters, but I worked that night, I'm pretty sure, is why I didn't go. So, but yeah, going in the box, and it's over with. I saw it, and I can check this off my box, and at least it came with my Max subscription, so I didn't have to actually pay extra for it, even though I do own a copy of the Blu-ray, which I will probably not open now, because there's no point.
Hey, you know what? You can sell it when Bruce Timm dies. I bet it'll be worth a fucking fortune.
Now, even then, they're probably going to be like,
See, they might not
No.
remember it, so it might be actually good then, huh? People like, oh, you know, this is I've never seen this film.
I mean, maybe.
No, I don't sell anything. But, I mean, I'm glad I got it in a random box of Harley Quinn Funko Pops. So, yeah, that's where we got it from. Or we bought a bookshelf, and random guy is like, hey, and the guy that was selling this bookshelf was like, hey, I got all this Harley Quinn stuff. And Tiffany starts going through, it's like, oh, and then next thing I know, we're paying $100 and leaving with the whole box. So,
Think of it this way, Mike. The movie came free with Funko Pop.
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
It pretty much did, because if you break down how much we paid for the Funko Pops, about $10 a pop.
and all the toys you got with it, too.
Yeah.
This guy had a bunch of Harley Quinn stuff. I'm pretty sure.
That creepy ass mask, if you go to his TikTok, go watch Games by Mount Found TikTok.
Why do you hate that video? That stupid video I made with me wearing the mask.
It's like the Purge mask. And
It does look like a
you ruined
Purge
that
mask.
song for me. I hate you.
It's the mask is over there, by the way, in the box.
I'm throwing it away.
So.
Creepy ass Purge mask.
I think that's everything we need to say. What's the next Batman thing we should cover?
You know
If you
what?
go to our Patreon, you can.
Yeah, you know what? Let's leave this up to other people to decide.
You should.
Join our Discord and tell me what we should cover.
Join
How
our
about that?
Discord, comment on our posts. What's the
tell you
next Batman thing? You decide.
Tell you what, I'll pitch a twofer because I have an idea. What is it, like 4 votes, Mike?
For what? Yeah.
I'll pitch like two movies. Oh, there we go. Yeah, 2 movies that we should do together. We can either do both Batman: The Dark Knight Returns, or both Batman Joe Schumacher movies, or The Long Halloween.
Oh, fuck you.
I
How
might
dare
not be joining
you.
you for any of
That's
those,
fine.
so-
Batman Long Halloween is one of Ken's favorite Batman comics.
And you know what? Maybe
I
it won't.
definitely will not be joining for that.
Maybe it won't win. We'll let the viewers decide.
See, I don't know when this is going to get released now, but now I got to remember that when I do, remind me, because Drunk Mike will not remember this.
I'll text you tomorrow. I'll probably forget about it.
Yes. But when I edit this, I might remember. So, hey, maybe the poll. So, stay tuned, guys. Some point when this releases, there will be a poll. There you go. That's my prediction. All right. And if you enjoyed this episode, we have a ton of other episodes in this podcast. Over 550 episodes. Maybe even 600 by the time you hear this, because you're going to hear this about 2 months from now. So, we have a ton of episodes that we have done. We have a ton of Batman stuff. So, go on our Podbean to search Batman, search Star Wars, search whatever you want. You'll find all our content that we do there. If you want to support the show, we do have a Patreon with Little Dog. You can vote in our Patreon poll. Please join our Discord, chat with us. You'll see a link in the show notes. I also want to give a shout out to my awesome intro and outro courtesy of Helena at Hell Hatsphere. You can follow her on TikTok. You'll see a link in the show notes to her link tree. She's also on Twitch now. And you guys should listen to Gamer Looks at 40 with Bill Tucker, who's been on the show many times, a lot of the movie episodes. Definitely go support him too. And check out Nomads of Fantasy. And please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky, Threads, Twitter, and YouTube. Audio only, but I do post all the episodes on YouTube, so definitely go check all that out. I think that's everything I need to say, so we will see you guys all next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
So long.